At one point in The Senator's Children, the third novel by Nicholas Montemarano, we're inside the head of Betsy Christie, a high school senior. It's late at night and her parents are arguing, their voices rising and falling. Unable to sleep, Betsy turns on the television and sees a comedian ridiculing a presidential candidate who has lately been in the news for non-political reasons, and who happens to be her father. You remember during his campaign, he was always talking about how there are two Americas, the comedian says. Well, no wonder, in one America he was faithful to his wife, and in the other America he was, in fact, banging his mistress. We feel complicit with the audience's laughter even as we imagine what it's like to be the daughter of a man whose life is imploding before the world's eyes. It's easy to find humor in the self-destruction of public figures. It's easy to ignore the collateral devastation when a governor, euphemistically, goes for a walk on the Appalachian Trail, a president invites a young intern into the Oval Office, or a candidate takes an ill-conceived spin on a boat called Monkey Business. The Senator's Children is based on the sorry but true story of John Edwards, the senator whose presidential aspirations were abruptly derailed in 2008 by an affair and whose disgrace was compounded by the subsequent news that the extramarital relationship had produced a child. Much the way Curtis Sittenfeld dug deep into the psyche of a fictionalized version of Laura Bush, in her great novel American Wife, so Montemarano has humanized the Edwards story, allowing us to look far inside at people who had seemed merely to be supporting actors in the larger drama. But while Sittenfeld's novel was a tour de force study of one person, Montemarano shifts from character to character, addressing events in the round so we can experience the full extent of the havoc the senator has wrought. The book begins in 1984. David Christie, a successful Pennsylvanian lawyer, is running for the Senate. After a campaign event at which his wife, Danielle, drinks too much, she crashes the car and kills their 16-year-old son, Nick. The novel diverges from the real Edwards story in a number of ways, including this one. Edwards's son Wade also died in a car accident, but one in which Wade was driving. Guilt and grief seep slowly through the family, David, Danielle, and then 10-year-old Betsy, like a poison. The book skips around in time and point of view, so you have to pay close attention to where you are and who you are with. Suddenly it is 2010, and a 17-year-old college freshman named Avery is preparing to visit a man with advanced Parkinson's who lives in a nursing home. Gradually we come to understand that the man is David, and that Avery is the result of his illicit liaison all those years ago. Avery has suffered for the sins of her parents, even though, as an aide to David observes at one point, with all due respect, the baby didn't do anything wrong. Her mother is alone and a bit of a mess. Her father has never officially acknowledged her, and is now unable to comprehend who she is.